There we go. Cool. We are live. What is up, YouTube? It is Monday, December 20th, and we are here for another edition of our stay at home open mic presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series, aka BWOMS. Um, my name is Richie Marufo, and I will be your host. And I'm happy to be here. We are finishing up 2021. We have a couple more. Was it one more before the end of the year? Yeah, we have one more open mic before the end of the year. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. We are live on YouTube. So if you guys are watching right now with us, thank you so much. It's great to have you here and tuning in live. Or if you're just checking in with us after the live stream, please let us know that you're here. Say hello in the comments. Where are you listening from? How did you hear about this? And of course, tonight's show, we're going to have a bunch of poets, performers doing their thing, trying out some new content, dusting off maybe some old journals and trying it out, doing some covers. Let us know what you enjoyed. A particular reading, for example. If there's a line that struck you in any particular way, if you were able to relate or learn something new, just like let us know in the comments. The more you engage with this channel, with this YouTube, the more that it gets pushed out to people who like this as well. And because we're very underground and we just want to get the message out to more people. So if you want to donate, we do have a place right here where you can send any cash, any spare coffee money or something like that. Um, that'll help us pay for Zoom fees and all that. But today is not about all this. I mean, this is the platform, but really it's about the performers. It's about the poets, the writers. And so, as always, we're going to be traveling all over the country. Sometimes we'll go international and just say hi to these performers, get to hear their work and a little bit about them, where we can support their work, buy their books. A lot of people have their books out, which is amazing. Listen to their music, buy their CDs, stream their music. So definitely engage with that as well, because even if you have no money to donate or to buy a book or anything, one thing that you can do is share this stuff. That's free. It's free to share stuff. And again, the more people see it, then someone might buy it. And so that's really what it's all about. Anyway, we're going to go and kick things off, and we're going to go to Denver and welcome one of our resident poets. It's always great. And honestly, when he misses, the night feels a little empty. There's a Mike Sindler shaped hole in the night. But he's here, and I'm looking forward to what he's going to bring out tonight. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show to kick things off, Mike Sindler. Yo, take it away.
Okay, typically too kind. I'm going to start with one that is incredibly to the moment. And for those who've heard it a time or two already in the past week, I did do some editing on it today, so it's a little different. And it is called Darkness Has a Way, Winter Solstice. Darkness has a way of growing on us all. Not that we grow fonder, just that we must all surrender a bit more each day from summer's start, when light hangs longest, until autumn's end, when each short day at last begins to stretch back, shadows falling across the horizon a little later. Starting from a few scant hours, we mark the moment with a show of light. Earthen branch of ancient world tree provides flame, burning promise of better future. Return of warmth, bright floral blooms whose bulbs now hide between cold white sheen. Darkest time holds seed of summer. An anticipation of reincarnation, cornucopia of dreams held in harmony, released into night as a declaration, proof of faith in endless cycle, season's continuation. Fields yield crops, scythe strikes, oak filled, harvest stored, to last, to nourish, to sustain through the bleak and beautiful night, to bring us back to just this moment once again. Infant day, mere miniature of full-grown summer, cries a canticle, a tender hymn settling into the soul. And I'm going to follow that one up with a sonnet that I wrote the other day because we finally got our first snow here in Denver in almost a year. It was not as much as we could have hoped for, but it's a start. And so I wrote this sonnet as I waited for it, called Tears of Lace. A miracle appears from a darkened sky. The warmth of sun's clear rays are hidden. Alabaster tears of lace multiply, descending as gossamer from heaven. Upon hills and bare branches of the trees, this angel's dust of ice will gently lay, drifts building in the streets up to our knees, a white paradise in which children play. Forcing all inside to rest by the hearth, fragile blanket comforting the ground, that melting leaves sweet nectar on the earth, so seeds flower as the season turns round. In frozen depths of deep winter's night sleeps the passionate bloom of spring's delight. And I will go ahead and do the hat poem, which I forgot to do last week one. And this is one I did a year ago on this date. And it's improvisation that was done at a Denver music festival back in 2001. And he never did it again. This is Greg Brown's Christmas song. Unfortunately, I don't have the beautiful, beautiful guitar that he was playing behind it, but still, Greg Brown is a genius. It was the night before Christmas, but nobody really was noticing that. I ain't sure anybody even knew that much about Christmas. Well, it might have even been before the whole thing got started. I don't know. But there was a poor couple looking for a place to sleep for the night. The political leadership of the day was against them, much like the political leadership of our day, whose idea of grace and honor seems to be kill anybody you think might be at some time try to kill you. They were a poor couple. It was a cold night. They ducked into a barn. Woman was about to give birth. The man was a good man. Woman was a good woman. I never heard anybody say anything about whether she was a virgin or not or anything like that. She was a good woman. It was pretty warm in the barn, actually. There were a couple of cows in there. They were tired. They put out a lot of heat. Fortunately, the man, who I think his name was Joe, he did not smoke. Well, little baby popped out. It's an amazing thing that little babies do, and the women do. And the men sort of, kind of help. That's the big story. Getting born. Just getting born is such an amazing thing. You think we'd all be just nice forever after just to get to be a part of it. You'd think that anybody that ever held a little baby in their arms would be so careful not to ever do any damage to another human being or to the creation of which we are so obviously a part. Well, they wrapped him up pretty cozy in there. I mean, you don't have a whole way too much, a lot. It's surprising how little it really takes to make you feel pretty warm, pretty good. They slept through the night, and the next day, fairly early, 3 dudes showed up. They were Zen priests from the East. Some people call them wise men, but they were Zen guys. They didn't believe in religion. They believed in a way of liberation. But I guess they must have sensed something about this little child. It came bearing gifts, a warm blanket, quite a few groceries, and a mule to help this family on their way. Well, that's about all I know about the story. The boy, he did not grow up to found any big religions with shiny churches with gold and silver and swords. His story is about a world so much better than this one that we can all just kind of piss on this one. He didn't do any of that stuff. He was a child full of love, talked about the flowers. He was a good fisherman. Sometimes when I get distraught about our world and what we're doing to it, I remind myself that little children like that are being born every day. They may not make a lot of big news, but in their lives, they're kind. They take care of people. They don't blow things all out of proportion. They spread the news that this life, so mysterious in the heart, is a wonderful enterprise and should be cherished. I know those babies get born because I meet them every day. Some are 12, some are 23, some are 38, some are 51, some are 67. They're women, they're men, they're black, white, yellow. They're every color you can think of. They're all over the place. Some of them are 92. So Christmas, if it's anything at all, it's every day. It's every night. And even when things look dark, way down in the human heart, we all share, there's a light. Thank you very much.
Oh man, right on. Awesome reading. Thank you so much. As
Nice.
always, yeah, exactly. Feel free to show your love any way you guys can. You can make some noise. You can get wild on the screen, or of course, put it in the chat below. Mike, I'm surprised. This is one of the first times in a while you hadn't started off with the Lighthouse writers. Do you want to plug that and mention anything coming up worth mentioning? Oh, hold on. You were muted, so
Yes, I certainly do want to mention lighthousewriters.org and all the great stuff that they're doing that you can take part on online if you just do. And they got new classes that are just starting up. So it's really worth going on there and checking. And there's free events and all kinds of neat stuff. So give it a shot. Thank you very much. Thanks for reminding me, Richie.
awesome. Yes, of course. So, and this is again for people who are maybe watching on YouTube who are writers and are maybe shy about wanting to come and read at one of these, or you've been thinking about it. One thing that's always helps is just to like continuously work on your craft and learn from others. And so Lighthouse Writers is a great organization, Lighthouse. So check out their website and their workshops. And of course, throughout the whole show, you're going to hear a lot about workshops. A lot of our performers host their own. And of course, you're going to hear a lot about Tumble Words. And yeah, let's go and keep going. We're going to go from Denver back to El Paso. I don't even know if I mentioned it at the beginning of the show, but we are based out of El Paso, Texas, right here on the border next to our sister city, Juarez, Mexico. A little bit of my background right here, you know, going with a late show vibe tonight. We're gonna go back to El Paso, where we have the Tumblewords Poet Laureate in the house. That's right, and she's just amazing. Robin Schofield. Robin, go ahead and take it away and do your thing.
Hey, Richie, thanks. Hey, everybody. Okay, I'm going to read something I hardly ever do. I'm going to read some things out of a notebook because I found, looking for some appropriate material tonight, I found my writing from Donna Snyder's Writing for the Dark Time workshop in December 21st, 2019. So before the pandemic, right before the pandemic started. So this is called Message from Persephone. The pomegranate, you know, is not easy to peel and eat. A good knife or good fingernails are needed, something sharp. These white seeds have the color of blood around them. Wine is also the color of blood, and yes, I have drunk his wine. It isn't easy to eat the pomegranate. That's what I want you to know. I didn't fall into it out of ignorance. It was a conscious decision, not one made in the heat of the moment. Not one moment do I regret choosing the darkness. For you, the darkness on the earth is unrelenting. You try and conquer it with crowns of candles and strings of light. You try and you fail. The freeze comes and kills the winter crops. The pipes burst. The dog sickens. For me, this darkness inside a pomegranate glistens. And then I don't really have a title for this one. Probably needs a lot of work, but anyway. I was a door that opened into darkness. The mirror behind me, dark. I behold nothing from everything dark. Nothingness and forgetting, birth, a something I am not ready to name. What is the name in darkness? Nothingness shines in the mirror behind me. I am a door, but I only open on darkness. And this one seemed strangely prophetic in 2019, I thought. Sun coming back. After this long night, will we see again the blue light through the bare white branches? My one love, do you see the meteors tonight in the night that is darker than a blue heron? Do her midnight wings fold as she settles into a nest in the cottonwood on the east bank of the river? I saw a hawk perched on a roost of golden stones. I know his dark gizzard, his light wings as he feasts on the gray dove. On this long night, we will look for the meteors, for any small streaks of enlightenment. Sometimes to lessen the darkness, it's all anyone can do. That's it.
All right. That was awesome. Everyone go ahead and make some noise. Show
Yeah,
some
big,
love.
woo,
Cool. Awesome.
big shout out to Tumblewords Project and to Donna for leading Writing in the Dark Times for more than 20 years. We've tried to add it up, and I think it's almost 30. It was in the mid-90s that she started doing that one.
Yeah, I mean that's a consistent, it's a constant, right, with Tumblewords.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
always does it. So, and it yields some really great stuff, as everybody knows who's been there.
Awesome. Is there anything you'd like to promote or just talk about your books before we move on?
Let's see. I have a couple of books and people can email me about them. I think one of them is on Amazon and one of them is such a small press, you have to get it from me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Dark alley, I'll get it out of the trunk of the car.
We need to have a show and tell next time. I'm ready. Thank you for joining us today, Robin. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to more. Bye. Okay, cool. Yeah, shout out to Tumblewords for sure. Donna Snyder as well. If you're tuning in, hello. Yeah, check that out. Tumblewords out of El Paso every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. And yeah, let's see. Let's go and keep going now. We're gonna go again. We're gonna be traveling around, and we've been able to do that now virtually for some time now, and I just love how easy it is to go from coast to coast and just go from state to state so easily through these virtual sessions. So we're gonna go to virtual land of the Bay Area, where we're gonna welcome back Finn Bell, who has been on the show and of course gets name dropped so often during the show. Even when she's not here or performing, her name comes through. She's got her Fincabulary empire. She's part of PGN, the Poetry Global Network. So let's go ahead and welcome Finn Bell to the stage. Welcome back. Go ahead and take it away.
I like that you call it the empire. That cracks me up. Oh my goodness. I hope not. I hope it's not an empire. But I don't have anything new. So what I wanted to do was share two older things and one cover. So the first thing I'm going to share is it's called Morning Sun Guzzle. I never remember this silence when I struggled to get up. I had forgotten the perfect hush meeting the sun. Captured, I watched the rose and the blues tag in the sky. Bones, the familiar greeting of the sun. When was my last sunrise? Have I been slumbering too long? I cocooned into self-imposed darkness, screaming at the sun. Devil among the living once more. Devil, dwell among the living once more, Trisha. Feel the warm rays kiss. Point your flower face skyward, stealing time with the sun. And the second one is called Settling Debts. This is a pretty old-ish one. Actually not, earlier this year. And every time I think of this, I think of somebody who hasn't visited BWOMS in a long time because they did a cover of this one. Matthew Marroquin did a cover of this one, Settling Debts. I want to share a list of things I learned to do to get through a day when you are feeling beaten down. Number 1, get angry. When you are angry, you are motivated. When you're angry, you are focused. Shit gets done. Number 2, find a project to channel all that sudden rush of emotion and energy. It needs somewhere to go. It really doesn't care where. Bonus points if you guide it into something creative or productive. No judgment if you decide to seethe and chain smoke instead. Number 3, decide you're going to cut your hair off today. Sure, it took you 2 years to grow it this long. And sure, just like Joe March in Little Women, it's your crowning glory, your one beauty. There are those things to take into consideration. Fuck it. Lop it all off. Find a YouTube video to guide you and snip it away. You'll feel much better afterward. Or too numb and shocked by your decision to register how stupid you look. Number 4, dance in the kitchen to really, really loud salsa music. Do a few crossbody leads and turns without a partner and realize that it's futile and repetitious and stop abruptly. Begin spinning and spinning and spinning continuously in circles until you are too dizzy to care what happens next. Number 5, somehow find your way to a couch or safely onto the cold kitchen tile and take a nap. Take a long one. A satisfying 4 to 6 hour long nap. Points for finding a spot with a pillow and a blanket. No harsh words from the voices in your head if you curl up double into a tiny hard ball and shield your face from the accusation of the afternoon sun. Number 6, wake up ravenous. Raid the pantry. You haven't eaten any food at all today, but that shouldn't stop you from methodically munching on bag after bag of whatever salty snack you find in the cupboards. Number 7, find your stash of wine or rum or whatever. Is there any hard liquor in this damn house? Let's do this. Number 8, Write a scathing poem. Read it aloud in different voices until it loses its vitriol and begins to make you laugh. Scrunch it up into a tight ball, tighter than the ball you armored yourself in earlier today, tighter still than the heavy ball forming in the very bottom of your belly. Now put that ball poem in your mouth and swallow it. No, take it out, pica on top of everything else. You lovely disaster. Light one burner on the stove and incinerate it instead. Just don't burn down our house in the process. 10 points for a negativity warding spell. -20 for a binding spell. No, scratch that. I changed my mind. Plus 40 points for a binding spell. Number 9, scream your primal howl up to the moon. Smile even if you're not feeling it down to your toes just yet. Shall we try to write once more? Number 10. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe again. Blink. Reconnect the rhythm of your breath with your heartbeats. Elongate your spine. Tense for a split second. Release your spine and feel the rest of you release and submit to the ministrations of the universe. Whisper this into the ether and let it float. I will not be indebted to pain. Rage and hate will not accumulate interest. I have no scores to settle with anyone because the world owes me no pittance. Do I still have time? I think I used up all my time.
I would say you're good. I mean, I was into it. Time passed by like nothing. Go for it.
Okay, not exactly nothing, but sure. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel better. Okay, so this third poem is by a lovely, lovely, lovely lady who is part of a group that I started going to the same time as BWOMS 2 years ago. It is the Benicia Poetry Writing Society here in the Bay Area, and they have the Ina Coolbrith Circle contest that they did every year. One of the winners was somebody who I met, a lovely lady named Louise Moises, and she wrote a poem called The Lizard's Trek. So here's the poem. A lizard the color of kebab sandstone skips and scampers across a rainbow of Navajo blankets, displaying native crafts meant to tempt the browsing tourists. Tongue flicking, he roams over tightly woven baskets, mounts and descends rows of silver bracelets, burns his feet on sun-warmed amulets. His splayed toes race across tangled necklaces around the curvature of a hand-coiled pot etched with images of corn maidens. He climbs a soapstone sculpture of an iguana, matching reptile for reptile. Here he stares down at his prey, a lean red ant who stops and waits out of reach of the lizard's sticky tongue. Like a stage magician, I can't talk today. Like a stage magician, the ant vanishes down a hole too small for the lizard's girth. The lizard performs a disappointment dance, sways from side to side, executes 4 push-ups, then scurries for safety in camouflage. From beneath a rock, the lizard watches a bronze-skinned Navajo offer a bracelet to a pale woman with soft, round arms. Money and smiles are exchanged. Neither Navajo nor woman are aware that a lizard has stepped upon the bracelet, leaving sacred hidden messages with his toes. There's the photo right there. Pretty photo. Yay. Thank you.
Awesome, excellent, and of course, as always, feel free to drop your links in the chat. I know there's always a lot going on. What's the next Poets Lighthouse that you have coming up?
The next Poets Lighthouse is going to be, who is it going to be?
Good question.
It's going to be a recent recent nominee for the Pushcart Prize, Elise Versella, who has a book that recently came out called When Wolves Became Birds. Yes, When Wolves Became Birds.
Awesome.
She's gonna kill me if I got that wrong.
I know, yeah. I always doubt myself too. I'm like, I gotta get that right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Glad to
you.
have you. Awesome. And of course, if you guys are just hearing about Poetry Global Network, go to YouTube and give them a follow. Lots of great programming. Yeah, Finn's show, Poets Lighthouse. I mean, you have so much. You have the Poet Reacts. You have the global news. So yeah, I'm not just go check it out. It's constant programming. And also, if you're watching this right now on YouTube, what are you doing if you're not subscribed? Subscribe to us, Barbed Open Mic Series. In addition to our live open mics, we're working on other content, poetry showcases, and everything. And yes, shout out to Finn Bell, such a lighthouse herself, right? Bringing people together. Fincabulary presents. So yes, drop your links, and then I'll try and get those on the YouTube chat as well. But let's go ahead and keep going. We're gonna go ahead and check in on South Euclid and visit Doc Janning, who, despite getting hit with COVID, man, that's crazy. Hopefully, you're doing okay. Wishing you the best. But you still here to share something, man. So Doc,
Yep.
go and take it away.
Okie doke. This is from a Rilke poem titled, I Would Like to Sing Someone to Sleep. I would like to sing someone to sleep, someone to hold in my arms and keep, a resonant soul, a soul so deep, our beings are entwined, a resonant mind, an empathic mind, one with thoughts enmeshed with mine, the one whose song for which I pine, a tandem heart's duet, resounding through the multiverse, its love to time forever traverse, as tomorrow ever chases never, through recesses of reality. And I'll sing us then both to sleep, in immersive entwinement, oh so deep, with all our dreams there to keep, in tandem hearts tattooed. And Mike Sindler wrote a poem which I liked very much, and this is a riff on his poem. And I dream, sleeping, a troubled sleep, dreaming, dreams which disturb me. I feel your arms slip about me, your body press into my back. I relax into you, into your softness, and I dream us. And okay, this is an old one titled, Would I Be Different? Now and then, we all fall in love with the wrong person. Would I be different? We see someone without truly seeing them and disregard the little things, things which say, I am not for you. But suddenly we know, somehow we know their arms, their scent, their love surrounding us would be wondrous. Would we want to know the realities of shared soapy showers and breakfasts adieu when they truly are not ours to have? When both the world and we know it cannot be. Yet we both would love for it to be. Would I be different? My heart, it answers. It softly answers. No, I would not be. No, I would not be. And I'll finish with, this is something still rough. In the before of today and beyond of tomorrow, in the awakening of dawn and an unveiled rainbow of infinity, all refracts in dimensions of time, seen through the kaleidoscope of forever. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you so much. And as always, for people who are listening, do you have a website people can check out or where they can find your stuff?
I have a Facebook page, Doc Janning, and there are things that are linked to it. And my own event, Awanites, next month on the 16th, my featured reader is going to be Edith Blackbird. So I am going to put that into the chat.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome. Edith Blackbird is amazing. Yo,
Yes.
I got to catch, yeah, did was it a Time to Arrive feature with them? So, looking forward to that. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so
And
much.
you just shared that. Oh, and
Yep.
let's dig it. Very cool. So that's Doc Janning out of South Euclid, Ohio. We're gonna go ahead and go a little more East Coast and tune in to New York City with a former baby hurricane, the Beanie. Was it the Beanie? I was gonna say Beanie Wizard, but that's another name altogether. We have Deadpan Lizzie in the house. That's right. Rock them beanies if you got them. Lizzie, what's up? Take it away.
The Beanie Wizard, that's new. No, Beanie God. I don't know where the hurricane come from, but I like it. Good to see everyone. I'm gonna read a reference poem about the Batman series / Broadway called Capel. When times get tough, they look to the one in the beanie to riddle off a poem. As the words from Thela and Melpomene shape bat signal sent notes and tap beats down Broadway. Sick of the tragedy, looking for a laugh, not from the Joker, with the wink of a hazel eye and phone dialed by Alfred, and the tip of a beanie, thespians are saved and blessed. I'm too hot for Mr. Freeze, too quick for the Riddler to hypnotize, immune to poison ivy, and I'll take a smooch from a leather cat over a penguin any non-doomsday. No two-faced about this superhero with Spidey-like reflexes, crossing into the other franchise, poetic license, saving the damsels in distress from the Ozzy Osbourne crazy train. She's got your back, beanie brokering down Broadway, unlike Bane, wearing a Hedwig mask with no angry inch. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. And also, if people want to connect with you, how can they do so?
If you want, thank you for letting me spit as always, Richie. Good to see you. If anyone wants to learn more about me, ES_Strauss on Instagram, ES_Strauss. And it's also in my handle in the little box. Good to see everyone as always.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. It looks super cold over there. You got you're like cuddling up in your sweatshirt there. You got the beanie. Cool. It's okay here. It's still the desert Southwest, so it's cold, but our version of cold isn't the same as your version of cold. Okay, so we're gonna stick around East Coast, and as I've mentioned many times before. We're gonna check in on Maine with our main man. It's Hen at Alicimo. I just got paid, so I'm really looking forward to ordering his book. And I'll let him talk more about it right now. But as always, looking forward to his performance. Let's go and welcome Hen at Alicimo to the stage. What's up, man? Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Don Marufo. Well, it's called Everything I Think It's All in My Mind. I am not reading from the book today because I've been taking a little vacation from reading from the book for the past couple of days. So it's kind of strange, but I am gonna read 3 poems from Tumblewords on Saturday because we love Tumblewords and we love Donna, and can't say enough about Donna and Tumblewords. And then I'll read a Christmas poem. So I just put the information on how to buy my book and about the next Cafe Generalissimo, which is the 3rd. And after I'm done, I'll put a list of a whole bunch of other things that I'm doing in the next couple of months. And they don't have Zoom codes yet, but they will soon. Where am I? Okay, I think this is it. So these are the 3 poems I wrote on Saturday at Tumblewords. What I learned, oh, hold on, I'm gonna go to the top, I'm sorry. This one I actually didn't read because I wrote it between the first and second poem that I wrote while someone else was reading. You know how sometimes someone reads and it triggers a poem in you. This had sort of been inside me for a couple of days. Because the sun doesn't know better. I woke, I touched 2 fingers to my wrist. I felt a pulse too rapid to fall back asleep to. The sounds of whale cries and waves crashing against buoys permeated my bedroom from my cell phone. I kept my eyes shut. I slowly, softly breathed in and out and measured breath. I began to dream while half awake. Visuals were blurry, animated. People existed in blackened silhouette against foggy gray. I think I might have found either 10 or 25 minutes more slumber till I woke again, even more alert. My pulse had not slowed. I argued in silence with my eyelids who wanted to open. They won the fight this time. The sun peeked through the blinds I've been meaning to replace with blackout curtains. The sun is not my nemesis. It does not choose to be a visual alarm clock. It does not choose to produce rays of hope. It is just a star. The second poem is called On the Clearance Shelf in the Baking Aisle. Browns and blacks and tans and whites and off-whites and other shades and hues of other colors and Sherman-Williams cans exist on bodies and faces as skin. Yellows and reds are never exact, but most skin is a combination of colors: olive, mocha, cinnamon, and the list goes on, because people mix together like Jiffy cornbread mix so easily mixes into myriad broken recipes for dishes and desserts that consequentially turn out different every time. The third poem is called What I Learned at the Emotional Improv Class. More than often, a good cry ends with a quick, impromptu laugh, a giggle of closure, a sound that disappears, salt from cheeks. These giggles last from a few seconds to a minute. They seem inappropriate, even opportunistic, but they are inertial reactions to hurt or sad, injected by psyches into nervous systems to let us know every tear can beget a laugh, so we can move on to the minutia of everyday life. Then, of course, I just did this at the New Year, but it is my Christmas poem, and I want to do this before Christmas. So, 'twas the truth about Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas when in the North Pole a strange, mysterious wind did blow. Then Santa's pet emus buried their heads in the snow. The reindeer got loose and ate every dreidel from the Hanukkah bushes. Mrs. Claus got drunk and pinched all the male elves on their tushes. The lady elves later found her passed out in her easy chair, drew multicolored dicks on her face, with Sharpies and cut off her hair. This year, Santa secretly bought a dozen drones to fly presents down chimneys so he wouldn't dirty his suit, making his yearly $1,000 dry cleaning bill moot. He hovered over houses and directed the drones with a remote control. He was saving so much time, he yelled, "Fuck yeah, Santa baby, rock and roll!" What happened next qualified as a Christmas clusterfuck when the reindeer started sporadically dropping undigested dreidels from their butts. The Jewish toys broke skylights, damaged roofs, and countless cars, not to mention poor Santa's therapy bill and emotional scars. The whole situation caused Santa enormous guilt and shame, despite the fact that the Gentiles learned to play the dreidel game. Insurance paid off damages since no one believed in old Kris Kringle, a fact that made Santa smile and gave his soul a tingle. He got home and saw empty schnapps bottles next to his unconscious wife, then told himself that for the most part, he lived a pretty decent life. 'Twas the morning after the night before Christmas when Santa discovered his beloved emus had frozen to death after burying their heads in the snow, which was the tip of an iceberg of traumatic emotional blows. So he plucked their feathers and carved out enough steaks for a year, then fixed himself a sesame bagel with lox, onions, and a nice schmear. While he drank his coffee, he asked the missus about the dicks drawn on her face. She railed about the elf bitches and how she'd put them all in their place. He just smiled at her, nodded yes, and fantasized about changing his name and face, then running off to Rio de Janeiro and disappearing without a trace. Yes, this story is 100% true, and now the truth is out that Santa is a Jew. Thank you, everyone.
Hell yeah, man. Right on a new holiday classic from Alicimo. Thank you, man. Sweet. I love the new background you made there of your book there. It's nice to see the cover there.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. And of course, I know you already shared your links there. So awesome. You've got your, if people want to buy a book, they can hit you up through PayPal or Venmo and just share share that info with you on Facebook Messenger, right?
Yeah, you can go to Facebook Messenger or email me. I put my email address as well. So, that way, just put the money through, text me or email me with your address, and you'll get it. You'll get a new book.
There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I know you make the rounds, the open mic rounds throughout. So it's always a pleasure when you drop in and get to be here too. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Cool. All right, man. I love the phrase elf bitches. It's just you never expect to hear it, and there we are. There it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep going, guys. Once again, welcome to the Stay at Home Open Mic. We're gonna go as long as we can today. It's not as full as it usually is, so we got some time to work with. I'm not in a rush. But let's go and keep going because I know some people don't want to go on too late still. So let's go ahead and welcome back up to the stage the return of Nick Paleologos, the man loved all throughout the communities. He hosts his own shows on Wednesday. He hosts all over the place as well. He has his book out, Ad versus Reaction. Nick, what's up, man? How you doing today? And welcome back.
Chilling. Shit's getting crazy out here, but I'm chilling. Let's get into it, because, you came for the poetry. Got some newer stuff for y'all. First one is a pantoum. Never tried this one, so let's see how this works. I am so sick of COVID. The nice faces have ripped away, the sickness has exploded, Omicron is the new entree. The nice faces have ripped away, death toll still rising, Omicron is the new entree, never-ending deaths. COVID isn't compromising. Death toll still rising, the sickness has exploded, never-ending deaths. COVID isn't compromising. I am so sick of COVID. All right. And this one I wrote from the New Year theme. I didn't perform, but I'll perform anyways. Here we go. The holidays are here. It hasn't changed much from the last. The disease still rampant, people still being jackasses. The uncovering of evil and the many atrocities of not just the US, but the world. Mental health at an all-time low. The monsters came out again last night. I didn't even bat an eye. I'm so used to it. I am fatigued. I gather around a table that is not my own, but it is also. We are so different. I know they are supportive of me. I wonder if they are. Maybe it is just my mind playing tricks on me. Again, maybe it is my mind playing tricks on me again. I wonder sometimes. I'd rather stare at my phone, write another poem, leave it under the tree. After all, Santa Claus is good old Saint Nick. I leave presents for poets under the tree and they read them, snap the fingers to praise, cheer me on like I'm in the stadium. And I hear them. It invigorates a garden out of a desert, for I have been deserted out in the cold night, freezing. I'm not cold anymore. For this garden of mine will produce more food to eat, for poetry is my gift, a feast greater than any Christmas meal. Eat the words, for it is worth more than manna, worth more than any toy, sock, sweater, or any physical particle that engulfs space. The holidays are here. There is no value in physical gifts. Interaction is the greatest gift that keeps on giving. My last one tonight. Let's pull something out right here. I haven't done a cover poem in a minute. This is the book, Schoolyard Crushes and Prozac Prescriptions. And this poem is something right here. So here we go. From the title, from the book Schoolyard Crushes and Prozac Prescriptions, this one's called Suffocating. Breathe in. Breathe out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling today? 1, meaning 1 foot in the grave and the other barely grabbing the edge. 10, meaning tenacious, vivacious, and every other acious that can describe how elated you are. Maybe you're feeling a 5 if you're just doing fine. There is no right answer, of course, unless you consider anything below a 4 the right answer. 4 because we care for you and can't let anything bad happen. So let's lock that shit down before it becomes a problem. Because we can't have you, I mean your brain shutting down on us now. But answer honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling today? No pressure, but you aren't the only one with problems. And we need to know how serious this can be before we move on. Move on. Can you at least say a 6? Sorry. Sick of this? No, at least a 6. I'll just dot down a 7 if it's all the same to you then. You look chipper enough today. Keep that head up. We all know what happened last time when you reached a 2. A 2 isn't too fucking bad. You've got shit to do. I think we should aim for an 8 by tomorrow. If you 8 before tomorrow, we could even put a 9, but I'm sure you're there yet. And it's asinine to shoot too high. So how about that 7 again? What? 3? That won't do, you see. This has to be documented, prioritized, considered a problem. Other people have real problems. Can't you see? We don't have time for a crisis. If you're gonna fuck up, at least do it right. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, Nick, right on, man. Everyone make some noise, show some love. I love that you guys are invoking the breath as healing.
Woo!
I dig it, man. I dig it. I'll talk more about that in a bit. But Nick, what do you got coming on, man? Real Nick P. Where we can find you online, and what do you have coming up?
This is my book. It's really cool. It's a really, really good book. So, you should definitely go get it. Oh my God, Richie's got my book. Oh my God. Yes. I know, I go crazy over that and everything. It's a book where it has a bunch of, it's a massive collection of poems. There's also a hidden poem throughout the book. So you should go when you read that and everything, look at the bold lettering and then mix a poem. So that's pretty cool. You can follow me at The Real Nick P on IG, Facebook, Nick Paleo Logos. I'll drop my email and all my stuff in my chat. My next show isn't for not this week, not next week. It's 3 weeks from now. Terry's got my book too. Yay! And Michelle Marina's got my book too. Yay! I love when people hold my book. It's really cool. in terms of the next stuff, I got a few other things coming up too as well. So just keep your eyes and ears to my social media pages and just DM me, and I'll let you know what I'm doing and everything. Thank you, everyone. Be well.
Perfect. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And for those with the benefit of flash photography, I'm just kidding. I'm Edge and Christian reference. Check it out. Here it is. Ad versus reaction. I am working on, if you have a book out, I have a list. I'm working on it. Okay. I want to buy your book. I got Nick's that just came in. I also just had Nathaniel Beck's come in as well. So I'm working on it like little by little. I know I still need to get this Alicimo because I'm gonna get handed Alicimo. Don't worry, guys. I'm coming to you. I get it. I just got paid. I got a really good gig this weekend, so I'm gonna use that to buy art. That's my
Hey,
my
Richard,
goal. Yo, what's up?
I like to say that I have Nick's book, I have Mr. Tez's book, I have Finn's book, and they're all great books and all worth your money after you buy my book first. No, you can decide whose book you want to buy first, but I want to say that Tez's book is really amazing to sit and read. When you hear what he does, but when you read what he does, it's a whole different story. And the same thing with Nick and the beautiful, all that elegant language that you get from Finn Bell
Oh yeah.
is just so special to be able to read. It just sits inside your mind and just flows through your soul. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have Finn somewhere around here too. I have so many books. They're just on my bookshelves. I need to find it. But yes, I agree. Let's feast. If you got a little extra cash, that's a great way to support the art and get the work out there and support everyone's words and the art. Yeah, absolutely. So, great to have you guys here. Speaking of books, our next performer also had a book published, 2020 Division. He's an awesome YouTube channel, Changeling Studios, and it's just always great when he can make it onto the show. Guys, let's go and welcome Oso Lobo. Love you, man. Welcome back.
It's it's awesome to be here. What's up, BWOMS family? Sorry, I got my booster and it's hitting me pretty hard. But so if you don't mind letting me share my screen, I'm going to share. I wanted to, seeing as how it's the season and all that, I had a couple things I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm going to give you a little performance sandwich. I'm going to give you two pieces of music, sandwiched between two micro poems. So I will share my screen. Am I doing this right? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Okay, so we'll start out with focus groups, the active practice of fooling the sheep into doing the wolves' work for them. And then happy holidays, y'all.
Efficiency and progress is ours once more. Now that we have the new divine bond, it's nice and quick, cleaning up and things down. Away with excess and more or less marital property. No sunset war, but perfect sense at home. The sun beams down on a brand new day. No more welfare tax to pay. thunders on the screen today. It's the level that it's okay. So let's get dressed and dance away the night. While they kill the poor. Kill the poor. Kill the poor tonight. And dance with the sky. Kill the poor, kill the poor, kill the poor. Now, kill the poor, kill the poor, kill the poor. Don't give away that ending. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our heart. Merry Christmas very much.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you all for indulging me.
Wow, bravo, bravo.
Amazing.
All have phenomenal winter solstice celebrations, and thank you for being my family. I couldn't live the life I live if you guys weren't in it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, man. Thank you for sharing that. Those were fun, man. Interactions, all instruments. Appreciate that, and also, yeah, hope you rest up, get better. Thank you for taking the booster shot. Because everything going on, we want to keep up to date with everything. So, all right, cool. Thank you. Also, Lobo, check them out. Changeling Studios, a lot of fun content on there, as you can see. All right, so looking at the list. We did have an author from Albuquerque sign up. He is not here, so I'll kind of see if he makes it at some point. If not, we'll just keep going. We're gonna go to New Jersey, where we have Terry Rose Jertson up next in the house. Terry Rose, what is up? Welcome back.
Hi.
Hey.
I was, you know what? I might not be on camera if I read what I want to read, or I could read something from this book by Steve Dalachinsky, Where Night and Day Become One, the French Poems, a Selection. I like this one called Full Circle. Life is a full circle, a blessing, a curse. Can you mute the TV? A blue sky and clouds. She gets her period. She asks the stewardess for a Tampax and returns to her seat. The stewardess approaches and discreetly deposits one into her hand. Blood is a full circle, a blessing, a curse. It is with us when we are born and when we die. Clouds do not always determine the weather. A blue sky is not always available to us. At the end of a sentence, there is a question mark, an exclamation point, a period, ellipsis, a circle. Blood flows, blood clots, blood spills, blood dries, blood is drained at the end of a long journey. Fingernails grow, hair grows. One feels drained. Blood carries life through the body. Clouds do not always have a purpose, and the sky is obsessed with itself.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, got it.
And then I have another book that I really like that I ordered from Great Weather for Media. That's where I got the other one too. And this one's called Birds Fall Silent in the Mechanical Sea. And this is a compilation, and this one is by John J. Trouse. It's called Scandinavian Dilemma. What to do this morning? So many choices. Make breakfast. Walk the dog. Get drunk. No, I'm already drunk. Have sex. Visit mother in the nursing home. Have an abortion. Text a friend. Commit suicide. Pack lunches for Karen and Gunnar. Finish reading novel. Stare at the playground for 3 hours. File for a divorce. Go skiing. Smile. Tell Halvar that I may love him. Strip the house of any sentimental remnants. Let the spider out of the house. Leave for Jorn. Stay in bed all day. Fake a smile. go to work, do the laundry, drive to the country, pick cloudberries, watch TV, cut myself with glass, buy a new dress, telephone Ingrid, listen to the radio, become a lesbian, go to the gym, cry, rearrange the cabinets, remember having a feeling, open the windows, induce vomiting, go to the market, make coffee, go to the movies. That's that piece. And I have something that I wrote in Donna's workshop, and it's called, I think we were given the prompt, "We bloom as stomping goes on." We bloom as the stomping goes on, crushing my petals under your clumsy feet. I cannot make a move without you knowing. My form, however crushed, is not hidden. I want to be hidden, disappear from your all-encompassing view. Keep stomping. Stomp me out of this world so I can live freely in the next. I can't stand to look at you. I can bear your misstep no longer. You're a brutal ogre, misunderstood. How can you continue to feign innocence as you annihilate our love? So that's that piece.
Awesome. No, excellent. I wasn't sure if you're
There's
going to
a-
read more. Yeah.
There is a couple more, but I didn't want to take up too much time.
I think we're good. Like our list is not too packed today, so feel
Okay.
free.
Okay, so the next one is another prompt called "What We Want to Take With Us." So what we want to take with us. I will take my dreams of hopes for a better tomorrow. I will take my sanity before I lose it. I will not take you, for you were my pariah. You were what almost killed me. I will take my leave from you. I will take my life, what is left of it, and try to mend the fragments of the heart that once bled for you. That's that piece. And then I have There to Hear. I dreamt I died. I saw a face that chased me back to earth. The face spoke and said, "You do not belong here." Wherever here was, I was not sure. The place was vast, dark, but full of stars in a coordinated dance, an orchestra. Lights, which I felt represented souls that have passed on. The eerie thing was that I felt the polar opposite. I felt that peace that surpasses all understanding. Until that voice. I wanted to stay, but alas, I had to go back to here.
All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Terry. Love the hat, by the way.
Yeah,
Very festive.
it has
appropriate.
ears, but you can't really see the ears.
You know what? I was looking at as you turned to your right. You turned your head to the right. I could see the ears.
You can
That's,
see the
that's
ears?
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, there
go.
we go. Whoop, it's gone. It's just, yeah, whenever I put a background on, everything in the front is obliterated. I don't know what that is, but it's glitchy.
Yeah, it happens. It's all good. So, do you have anything that you'd like to promote coming up, or at least your
I
social media?
do. I just got kind of recruited to do a workshop on the 16th. I'm a feature on Why Open Pandora's Box. Is that the way I say it? Why Open Pandora's Box? And then January 22nd on Tumblewords, guest hosting. And then I have something else, a game night coming up with the Forever 7, and also a feature with Francesca on The Word Is Right, and those are both in March. I'll put it in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's dope. Congrats on that. And yeah, shout out again to Tumble Words. Looking forward to all that stuff. So thank you, Terry Rose, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. So it's like a Yoda, right? Like a baby, like a Yoda, like
I think it's the child thing that goes on because the
Oh, yeah.
child is the bomb,
there you go.
and these are the ears. So I'm thinking it's the child.
The child. Yeah, Grogu. Grogu.
I love him.
Awesome. All right, let's go and keep going. We are going to go from New Jersey to El Paso, where we have our next performer has been here since day one. And since then has stepped up and has helped so much immensely, including hosting these shows from time to time whenever he wants. And it's such a big help. Of course, also including the timestamps on our YouTube channel, which helps a lot, so much. So let's go ahead and welcome to the stage, Mr. Monday Night, Kit Wren. What up, man? Go and do your thing. Take it away.
What up, me? How's it going, Richie? How's it going, everyone? Oh, I have two of mine and then two covers. Since it's a smaller room, let's stretch out a bit. Two covers. But first, the two of mine. Since it's a last-minute shopping season, here's something about that. Kind of. Not really, but whatever. Mumble transition. For sale, baby shoes. Never worn. Nobody's dead. I was just drunk on eBay again. And I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation. Also willing to share a complete DVD set of Kolchak the Night Star. Same kind of deal. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. I got lost in the store. These are obviously too small. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just panicked. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. This gift was not funny, Greg. This is the last straw. My entire life, people have made fun of me for my incredibly small feet. I remember very clearly the first such instance when a fourth grade PE teacher said that I looked like a hippopotamus trying to balance itself on two toothpicks. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. What do you mean? Why did I never write never worn on the tag? Because I had space. Are you going to buy them or not? Is this what you do? You just go to garage sales and you call people liars? You're just supposed to put up with it? Oh, yeah? Well, maybe your lady protests too much, trash dick. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. Welcome to the new baby shoe store. Our founder, Thurman Barkshat III, started in Tacoma, Washington with a $7,000 loan, a property that used to be a circuit city, and a dream that people could find guaranteed never worn shoes for their babies and infants at a reasonable price. For sale, Meta Flash Fiction Collection. Too niche. I like that one. This is another one I like that I wrote. I do things I like. The I of the poem is not I, but he often resembles me. The I of the poem speaks in my diction and preoccupies himself with my concerns. I do not know if this makes him my employee or my son, or maybe a plant sprouted from a trimming. When they complain about their circumstances, I do not know if they do so with the helpless wail of a skinned knee or the veiled threat of unionization. When they fail in front of a live audience, sometimes I am vengeful and protective like a mother bear. Other times I am disappointed and grim and inform them that they have been reassigned, in a couple cases let go altogether. A lovelorn I has requested a meeting. He has a list of demands. He is much more handsome than me, and that makes his lovelornness inexplicable and cruel and artistically interesting. His first demand is just the word unfair in all capital letters. He is tired of being the Greek on the Ern Keats song, chasing and not catching, drinking but never drunk. He notes that I have no other poems in this emotional register. This is also unfair. This is too much pressure. And anyway, he thought I hated Keats. I love Keats. I don't know where he got that from. Wordsworth is the one I hate. He wants a better ending. Poems never end, I say, and he shrieks in frustration. Not another damn poem. I just want some fucking say in the things I'm supposed to have done. It sounds reasonable, but plenty of actual people have the same complaint. It's supposed to be about them in the end, right? Not us. A poem isn't a way around or out of life. I lecture the lovelorn one. I put a fatherly hand on his shoulder. He doesn't like it, but he's too weak to shake it off. It has to be weathered, just like everything else. I shove him towards the door. He leaves, as miserable as he's ever looked. And I made him to be miserable. The eyes of my poems are talking amongst themselves. They are restless and stubborn. They are not staying within their lines and boundaries. They are comparing salaries. I do not know if they are my employees or my children. They are definitely not plants. And both fathers and bosses know the revolution always comes. And cover number one, or more appropriately, I guess, carol number one. I was half afraid that Mike Sindler was going to do this one, so I had a backup. But because I'm sort of cribbing from his gimmick, because this is Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis by Tom Waits. Should I do the voice? I don't know. Hey, Charlie, I'm pregnant and living on 9th Street, right above a dirty bookstore off Euclid Avenue. And I stopped taking dope. And I quit drinking whiskey. And my old man plays the trombone every Saturday night. Works out at the track. He says that he loves me even though it's not his baby. He says that he'll raise him up like he would his own son. He gave me a ring that was worn by his mother. And he takes me out dancing every Saturday night. Hey, Charlie, I think about you every time I pass a filling station on account of all the grease you used to wear in your hair. And I still have that record, Little Anthony and the Imperials. Someone took my record player. Now, how do you like that? Hey, Charlie, I almost went crazy after Mario got busted. Went back to Omaha to live with my folks. But everyone I used to know was either dead or in prison. So I came back to Minneapolis. This time I think I'm gonna stay. Hey, Charlie, I think I'm happy for the first time since my accident. I wish I had all the money we used to spend on dope. I'd buy me a used car lot and I wouldn't sell any of them. I'd just drive a different car every day, depending on how I feel. Charlie, for Christ's sakes, if you want to know the truth of it, I don't have a husband. You don't play the trombone. I need to borrow money to pay this lawyer. And Charlie, hey, I'll be eligible for parole come Valentine's Day. And my backup, which I figured why not, was a little poem by sort of the court jester of American poetry, Billy Collins. This is The Lanyard by Billy Collins. That is an emergency alert that you probably don't need to fucking San Antonio, whatever. Okay, The Lanyard by Billy Collins. The other day, I was ricocheting slowly off the blue walls of this room, moving as if underwater, from typewriter to piano, from bookshelf to an envelope lying on the floor, when I found myself in the L section of the dictionary, where my eyes fell upon the word lanyard. No cookie nibbled by a French novelist could send one into the past more suddenly. A past where I sat at a workbench at a camp by a deep Adirondack lake, learning how to braid long, thin plastic strips into a lanyard. A gift from my mother. I had never seen anyone use a lanyard or wear one, if that's what you did with them. But that did not keep me from crossing strand over strand again and again until I had made a boxy red and white lanyard for my mother. She gave me life and milk from her breasts, and I gave her a lanyard. She nursed me in many a sick room, lifted spoons of medicine to my lips, laid cold face cloths on my forehead, and then led me out into the airy light and taught me to walk and swim. And I, in turn, presented her with a lanyard. Here are thousands of meals, she said. And here is a clothing and a good education. And here is your lanyard, I replied, which I made with a little help from a counselor. Here is a breathing body and a beating heart, strong legs, bones and teeth, and 2 clear eyes to read the world, she whispered. And here, I said, is the lanyard I made at camp. And here, I wish to say to her now, is a smaller gift. Not the worn truth that you can never repay your mother, but the rueful admission that when she took the 2-tone lanyard from my hand, I was as sure as a boy could be that this useless, worthless thing I wove out of boredom would be enough to make us even.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you, Kit. As always, appreciate the set and, of course, for coming through. Salute. Cheers. And I see you have the list there, so go ahead and do your thing.
All right. Yeah. Need to print a new one. Instagram at Kit Ran Away, Twitter at Kit Talk Sports, Ko-fi.com/KitRen. A lot of belletristic essays about football. It's a marketed one, and it's me. Well, no one was doing what I wanted to read, so I started writing it. Find me at Facebook, easy enough. If you want to send something to my PayPal, that's also easy enough. If you want to send an email, yeah, I can't tell you what to do. Just do what you want. Yeah, all right. Well, thank you so much, Richie. And thank you so much, everyone. And I'll stick around, but I'm going to mute myself because if I don't mute myself,
Nice one, man. Nicely done. Yeah, yo, this is going swimmingly. I think we're gonna end a little early, but we still got plenty of people. If you want to sign up, let me know and I can add you to the list. Oh, Vale, all right, I just saw you sign up. Cool. So we will get there pretty soon actually, because we're past the middle of the list, and we're gonna go ahead and not stay in El Paso and go to Colorado Springs, where we have Lee Martinez Soto in the house. What is up? How is it over there? How you doing?
It is way colder than El Paso, that's for sure. And it took us like 30 minutes to get anything on the dispensary, so that was interesting. So I do have 2 things to share. one old and one new. This is the old one. And it's called Living Will. Cuando el cuerpo caiga inerte y la sangre ya no fluya, no entregue mi estuche a manos ajenas con la intención de olvidar mi ausencia. Cuando ya haya abandonado mi crisálida eterna, no encierren tras madera mis ambiciones de vida de ser recordado incluso después que el tiempo hiciera estragos de mi cuerpo. Cuando callen por fin mis dudas, ansiedades y tristezas, no entierren bajo polvo desnutrido a lo que pudiese alimentar a esta tierra y quizás atarme a este lado de la existencia. Cuando ya no quede nada dentro, ni el despabilado verso, y escapar haya logrado, encuentren un bosque recóndito, allí, donde la niebla adquiere conciencia y el verdor les hable en lenguas, y déjenme ahí a decaer en paz y por fin florecer. When this body falls inert and the blood no longer flows, do not trust this vessel at the hands of strangers with the intention of forgetting my absence. When I have already given up my eternal chrysalis, do not lock up behind threaded lumber this life's ambitions to be remembered even after time has wreaked havoc on my body. When my doubts, anxieties, and sadness are all finally silenced, do not bury under malnourished dirt what you could feed to this earth and tether myself to this side of existence. When there is nothing left inside, not a single verse left to write, and I have managed to escape, find a hidden forest where the fog has gained consciousness and the greenery speaks in tongues, so you can leave me resting there where I can decay in peace and finally bloom. That was one. And then I have this other one, and this is New Ship. I press myself against your warmth just to feel the soft caress of your flames surround me, protect me, thaw my heart and don't let go. I'm not sure of what this body needs and wants to be loved. Don't look at me, but let your fingers trace a path of fluttering fire running wild against my skin. Then tell me again, just as last time, how I will be all right and won't burst into flames, then ashes, then nothing, if I allow myself to feel love. And that's it.
Yes, awesome, Lee. That was everything. Cool. So Colorado Springs, awesome. Good to see. And you're rocking. If it's intentional or not, I don't know, but you're rocking the Christmas colors right now.
Not intentional.
Awesome. Yeah, Red was really in yesterday too at the event I did. So how can people follow you online, support your work, and all that?
So you can find me on Facebook as Lee Martinez Soto, how my name shows up on the bottom thingy here. And if you're feeling adventurous and trying to type this out, find me on Instagram, and it's Cadáveres, as in cadavers with an extra E, CADEVERES _literarios, LITERARIOS, literarios. There you go.
That's awesome.
English that either way.
There you go. Shout out to the spelling bee, and shout out to Andres. You guys have a good time up there. All right.
Thank you.
All right, cool. All right, let's see. Yeah, definitely check that out. If not, you can also maybe put a link in the chat and we'll share that. All right, we are going to go from Colorado Springs to the land of Cleves, where we have urban cowboy poet. Are you still with us? Hold on, let me check. Yes, you are. So, UCP, did you know, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it before the show, but last week your performance got struck down by YouTube. It said it was copyright material. So, did you know that?
I didn't know it had been, yeah.
Well, I mean, but that was like one of your pieces, right? Like you had recorded it and put it out there?
Right. And I mean, we had paid royalties, as a barbershop society member, the royalties go to the owners. So I don't know.
Okay. Well,
it was ASCAP. I thought it was legal, but
yeah. I mean, so anyway, just as a
we
heads up,
performed that. We put it in our CD and we performed it a lot.
okay, that's awesome, man. So just as a heads up, but if anything, I think that's just more of a case to tune into the live show, so you can catch the stuff that doesn't
There you
make it
go.
in the future. So
Before they take us,
there you
arrest us
go.
and take
There
us
you go.
away.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of taking away, go ahead and take it away, man. It's you.
Okay, I don't have Christmas themed stuff. I have an urban legend for you. Suicide by murder. Manhattan cops see a lot of deaths, but some can still surprise. Takes the case of Ronald Opus, who jumped from a high rise. If you'd guessed he'd splattered in the street, you'd lose that bet. Around the 7th floor, some window washers hung a safety net. When the fire department reached him, they had hopes that he weren't dead. But although the net had stopped his fall, he'd been shot plumb full of lead. The young man had died anyway. What made it extra sad is that it happened outside the flat of Ronald's mom and dad. Now, Ronald's parents were famous for being mean and rich. Mom disinherited Ronald. Dad called her a bitch. The elder Opus held a pretty volatile kind of life. Every couple of weeks or so, he threatened to kill his wife. He'd shoot her with a shotgun that he'd always kept unloaded. On this particular tragic day, the weapon done exploded. The shot went through the window, just a couple of stories down from where Opus Jr. had begun his planned trip to the ground. Ronald had failed to jump to death, and yet the boy was gone. Now it looked like he's been murdered, but who could they pin it on? I never loaded that weapon, as the story's father tells. Had some mysterious enemy inserted the shotgun shells? The police wanted to charge the father with some kind of crime. His wife declared, he's innocent. He does this all the time. The old man claimed, it's just a game. The makeup sex is fun. Neither one of them has the slightest clue as to who had loaded the gun. There was they found a suicide note, as the police had predicted. Ronald had gotten tired of being poor and drug addicted. His first plan, to load the gun. And that's why I forgot that, sorry. The investigation ID'd the perp. Fingerprints were the proof. The gun had been loaded by Ronald, who just jumped off the roof. I'll go on. The police, there has been a suicide note, as the police had predicted. Ronald had gotten tired of being poor and drug addicted. His first plan was to load the gun, as you know, his dad would shoot. With his mother dead and his dad in jail, he'd inherit the family loot. But time went by, no murder occurred. Ron couldn't wait no more. He resolved to end his life by leaping from the 11th floor. But says Opus had found the note, which sparked that evening's fight. So Ronald had directed his own demise. The timing was just right. He planned a murder, then a suicide, and though the plot got twisted, he succeeded at both, with only one Vic, if not quite unassisted. The M.E. ruled suicide, strangest case he ever seen. We're like the man had offed himself with a Rube Goldberg machine. Thank you. I messed it up a little, but that's the story.
All right, man. Right on. Oh, always great. Glad you made it on again today. Do you have anything coming up you'd like to promote, or at
I
least where we
got
can find you?
I got a feature coming up at the end of next month. Saturday, January 29th on the Word is Right.
That's
And
right.
I don't know if the word will be right by then, but the word is right.
The world may not be right, but the word will be. All right. Digging, man. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I can read it. I can do a cover. I can read somebody's
Go for it. Go for it.
poem. This is a Northeast Ohio poet named Karen Schubert. And she didn't get to Cleveland that often. She doesn't live that close. And I only saw her online once at a Cleveland-based open mic featuring. But she writes prose poetry, like in paragraphs. I'll do this short one, Death Wish, with the death, speaking of the death theme there. When his ultralight fell onto the bare tips of pines, hikers saw the flare of Yellow Jacket billow like a parachute. His body arrived at the airport in cargo. Family comforted that he died doing what he loved. dearly beloved, say this too about me. Let me die, bent ass naked over the kitchen table. Let my last words be, oh, baby. Say, she loved that position. Let me fall face first into a book. Say, she died on that page. Or eating chocolate. Let the mortician wipe dark cake from my lips, roll me into the crematorium, heart stopped and sticky. Death wish. Thank you. That's Karen Schubert.
Right. Richie had to run, so I'm gonna steer the ship.
Oh.
I am the captain now, as someone said.
Okay.
Captain,
my captain.
Okay. Anything you got to plug, Mr. Urban Cowboy Poet?
Urban Cowboy Poetry on Facebook and YouTube, and I will be featuring January 29th on The Word Is Right.
Okay. January 29th. Mark the date. Sounds fun. Thank you so much, UCP. We're very happy to hear you. Now, let me take a gander at the list real quick and see who is next. Abraham is not here. So let's see. Is Mr. Tezazomok, are you ready?
Hey there. Hold on. My mouse pad.
Hello, Tez. Yes. If you're not familiar, if you're uninitiated, better grab your notebook because class is in session. Here's Mr. Tezazomok.
I'm behind a couple of poems here. One of them I wrote was on that OR 93, but it's a little bit long. Then I have this new one I wrote today called Requiem for the Great Replacement. And then I wanted to see if I could do 2 songs. So I guess 1 poem, 2 songs. Will that go for you?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
All right. So let's do Requiem for the Great Replacement. In case folks don't know what the Great Replacement, it is a right-wing concept that says that all the brown people are trying to replace the white people, and that's pretty much the basis of it. But this is called Requiem for the Great Replacement, and I've written a previous one called The Great Replacement. That was based on a presentation that was given by Paul Gilroy, a critical thinker in the UK on Pan-Africanism. Requiem for the Great Replacement. The white American race peaked in 1976 at 80% of peak oil. Extractive southern exploitation. The limiting factor is not whether the oil or white supremacy exists, but whether it can be extracted or reproduced at an economically given price. A secular decline could be caused by both depletion or accessible reserves or by reduction in demand for both white supremacy and oil that reduces the price relative to the cost of its maintenance extraction. Numerous predictions of the timing have been made over the past century before being falsified by subsequent growth in the rate of white supremacy and petroleum extraction. The notion in a 1956 paper which presented a formal theory and predicted the U.S. extraction and white supremacy to peak between 1965 and 1971. The original predictions proved premature. These predictions are dependent on future economic trends, technological developments, and efforts by societies and governments to moderate them. Like oil, white supremacy has rolled back to 44% of the population, like today's filibuster requiring 2/3 majority. The remaining 6% of the population has no demonstrable affinity to any white supremacist core beliefs or behaviors. They have largely been replaced by Americans who do not list any religious affiliation, a group that has tripled in proportion since the 1990s. Today, the unaffiliated make up roughly a quarter of Americans. Young adults likely identify this way with a third saying they are atheist, agnostic, or otherwise secular. Today, the Requiem is being melted and sealed from the statues of Southern generals removed earlier this year, and while will be melted down to be made into a new work under the direction of the Jefferson School African American Heritage Center, labeled as Swords into Plowshares, suggesting the end of a war, a civil war the North never fully claimed, the South never fully accepted its defeat. When a regime falls, the new one sweeps away its monuments and erects its own. This is happening as the taking down of Confederate, Columbus, and other statues commemorating oppressors across the country, the renaming of streets and football teams, mascots, and buildings and other public places, the appearance of myriad statues and murals of Harriet Tubman and other liberators, the opening of the Legacy Museum documenting slavery and mass incarceration, and housing a lynching memorial. Blessed be the Requiem. End poem.
Hell yeah, man.
All right, so I'm going to jump into the first song. How does that sound, Richie? Mr. Soundcheck?
Sounds good.
This is a complicated piece, so it's going to be challenging. Let's see how I do. Just when I stop opening doors, finally finding the one I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair. Sure of my lines, nobody Don't you love you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear, but where are the clouds? Quicksand in the clouds. Don't bother, they're here. Ain't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my time in this late in my career. But where are the clouds? Sailing the clouds. Well, maybe next Okay, I don't know how that definitely will not get picked up by YouTube for sure.
No, no, man, it's great. So that's Sondheim, huh? Maybe,
Yeah, that's the Frank Sinatra version of Sending the Payasos.
there you go. I want to hear that cover. There you go.
Sending the Payasos. Let me cue up my next.
For sure.
Let me clear up my eyes because there's definitely too sad of a song. Okay. And then is Finney still around? This is for Finney. We'll give Finney something to go out with. Over the rainbow way up high, there is a land unheard of, once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there is a land that I've heard of, once in a lullaby. Over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up somewhere. The clouds are far behind me. Where troubles smell like lemon drops in the way above the chimney tops, where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Oh, why then, oh, why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops, where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I?
All right, man. Thank you so much, Tez. Thanks for coming through. What? It gets you, huh? You stretch out. Oh, what do you have coming up, or anything you'd like to promote?
I think I have a co-feature with Doc Jennings, but it's like way out in March somewhere, March 12th, somewhere out there. But nevertheless, we have lots of music to share, and hopefully you guys enjoyed those two songs.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing them. All right, let's go and keep going. We have actually Michelle had mentioned wanting to perform, or was peer pressured into performing. I'm not sure which one came first, but I don't know. Did you still want to share a little something?
Sure.
Okay.
I will rise to the challenge. I actually composed this right after the challenge was met or made. It's called Within the First Handmade Christmas Card to You. Simple token. A thin, triangular molded plastic for calloused, gentle fingers to embrace. You strum a hollowed body expressing subtle melody. I enclosed it within a carefully composed composition, and us, only I may envision. Heartfelt devotion, words refused to be left unspoken. My message meant to penetrate a heart sheltered for far too long. A note to persuade and evoke feelings you evade. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, you did step up and you
Nice.
met the challenge. What's up?
I was saying nice, good stuff.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Give it up. Thank you, Michelle, for definitely joining in and doing that. Appreciate it. Is
Thank
there
you
anything
for
you'd like to,
listening.
is there anything you'd like to promote? Your page, things like that?
Rowena Writes on Facebook and Instagram, spelled just as my name appears on the screen.
Oh, right. Rowena writes. Thank you. Awesome. So if you guys are watching right now, definitely hit those up and thank you for doing that. We got a couple more left, so it's gonna be in this order as far as I can tell. Right now we'll bring up Ed, followed by Vale. All right, and we'll see how the list looks then. If not, as always, Dan goes last. But let's go ahead and go to Washington D.C. where we have Mr. Ed Poetastic chilling here,
Because you
always
make
offering.
me feel fantastic. Woo!
Yeah, go and take it away, man. It's all you.
Thank you, Richie, my man. That's on the man that's scorching these crazy yet poetastic lands. All right. Happy holidays to one and all. Hope you're having a holly jolly ball. Merry Christmas and keep standing tall. Okay, my name is Ed Potastico and I feel fantastic. Please give me the time to enjoy my rhyme for all you feel sublime. Okay, I got 6 jokes and 3 poems. So you know you're gonna rhyme. All right. Let's do this. Why did Santa have to go to the hospital? Because of his poor elf. What did the donkeys send out near Christmas? Mule-tide greetings. What did the snowman said to the aggressive carrot? Get out of my face. Why was Christmas trees so bad at sewing? They're always dropping their needles. Why did the red-nosed reindeer help the old lady cross the road? It would have been rude of him not to. What did you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. Okay. I got one poem. That's not really a poem, it's actually a song. This is called Jingle Bells. Dashing through the snow on one's open sleigh. Oh, the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells are bob to rings, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing and slang all tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride. Soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The hosely and lank misfortune seemed a lot. We get into a drifting bank and then we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. Now the ground is white. Oh, go with while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing this lying song. Just get a bob to obey. 240 as his speed. Hitch him to an open sleigh and crank it, you'll take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one's open sleigh. Hey. All right, thank you very much. I'm touched. I got 2 more poems to go. Not so fast, not too slow. Okay, this is called Seasonal Love. Your summer breeze danced around my pale tundra heart. Your blazing essence molding to radiant and luminous art. The fluorescent melodies sung by the flowers and bees sound so sweet. I admire your dazzling outfit from your head to your feet. We dance around the bright and colorful orange sun inside the parade of butterflies. You watch the swaying grass and fluffy pollen waltzing up to hug the baby blue skies. Your radiant smile always keeps me instantly at ease. But honey, what's wrong with the trees? Hope it's not fall's orange disease. We walk through noisy, crisp, and delicate orange fleas as we watch the stripped cheese just weave, weave, and weave. Sweet, look at the overgrown pumpkins. It's almost nightmarish Halloween as you, I, and children dressed as scary yet whimsical fiends. Your covered scarf looks fluffier than a foxtail. Honey, do you feel that? It feels like bone-chilling frigid hell. You look so tantalizing and humid in passing weather. Now it's snowy winter. Hopefully it will get better. The frigid blanket covered the green lands in the blue sky. The chirping birds, quacking ducks, and honking geese starts to fly. I can see your warming voice in the chilling air. You're my organic heat while I'm your brown bear. The tiny snowflakes falling down, making large, lumpy marshmallows. The creature slowly going down to sleep in his earthly barrows. Look, sweetie, beaming buds and colorful flowers on naked branches. Mother Nature's waking from hibernation while green suddenly advances. I love you in the blazing summer, crisp fall, chilling winter, and revival spring. Just like the seasons, our love red swings, orange flings, white stings, and green sings. All right, got one more in store for an encore. All right, this is called Much Better. It's much better to give to receive. It's much better to fail than to achieve. It's better to share than to be greedy. It's better to work than to be needy. It's better to love than to be bad. It's better to be happy than to be sad. It's better to be simple than to be complicated. It's better to be adored than to be hated. It's better to be alive than to be dead. It's better to be here than to be ahead. It's better to be you than nothing at all. It's better to feel than to be a wall. It's better to sing than to be mute. It's better to be real than to be cute. It's better to be a memory than to be a dream. It's better to be a road than to be a stream. Thank you. Happy holidays to one and all. Hope you keep standing call, keep answering protested call, and keep cherish your wonderful, unique balls. And keep breaking those walls.
Whoa, hold on, wait. Well, I did hear that right. Okay, Ed, where can people follow you online, man?
You can find me online. If you want to unwind, you could actually show in. I'm always at the most hypest open mic. That's such a delight on this wonderful Monday night. It's called Barbed Wire. If you want to follow me, please feel free. My name is Eddie Foreman on Facebook and Ed Foreman 92 on IG. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my poetic insight. If you feel me a request, if you take a guess, the answer is yes. I click yes on your request. So please stay happy holidays and stay blessed and keep spewing the wonderful, wonderful, unique words outside of your chest.
Awesome, Ed. I love it. My master Ed. Good stuff. All right. We're gonna go from Washington, DC to Pittsburgh, where we're gonna be joined by Vale Larkin in the house. What up, Vale? Welcome back. Go ahead and do your thing.
Thanks. I don't really have holiday poems, so I'm reading 3 poems about love, and they're very different from each other, so we'll see how this goes. Of love and bandages. Love is everywhere. The lightest kiss and the fiercest shield and all the little moments and roiling eternities in between. Love is how they hold me like porcelain, hands clasped to me with infinite softness and trepidation. Love is in their careful tending. Here a balm, there a wrapping, winding me in bandages. Love lights them when they keep away their own weight, when they try to keep me safe from death, yes, but also from even more pain at their hands or any others. Love is why they sometimes lift me to the next step too soon, as though I am already evaporated, already slipping skyward. It's love when they cannot bear to watch my eyes too closely, Watch my lingering decline into silence, into stillness. Love is everywhere, all around me, shielding and sheltering me, enveloped and alone. And this one's a little brighter. Love song to a fellow bibliophile. Oh, you book lady, with your paper-polished fingertips and mouth made for reading aloud. I can see you handwriting a letter to somewhere you have only read about, and the pink flick of your tongue on the moistening edge of the envelope sends me spinning and spinning. Stories fly from my mind, all wit and whimsy stripped away as my eloquent charms fall silent in the face of you. I would give away all my cherished volumes to see you smile at me the way you smile at those literary giants. I long to offer myself, handmade to your passion. I will dust the spines and mend tears in precious pages, and when your eyes tire, I will read to you, finding my voice in the voices of your true loves, and if this offering is all the task my lips are set to, I will pursue it with enthusiasm for the pleasure of your contented sighs. This last piece is sort of funny for me, at least, because this had never happened to me before the writing of this poem a couple years ago. Or no, a year ago. Upon realizing I had developed a crush on a celebrity, I think maybe that I have been enamored of a paper doll. They were so beautiful, all dark shadows and linen white. Still, the ink would flake if I ever touched it. I have been dreaming of a world where the future is here, and where wishes ring your doorbell, where everything ugly is shown its own worth. Maybe I should burn that doll. Not its illusory object, the simulation. Kill the Buddha, immolate your idols, rend heaven in your worship of reality. Fight tooth and jagged claw for your right to bleed red, for your right to your skin. Find a way to shape love out of more than just paper, more than art, out of more than an image of life.
All right. Hey, awesome. Thank you, Vil. Was that it, right? It was the three? Okay, cool. Hey, Rocket, I noticed that you got a fresh cut. All right, awesome. Just in time. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Those were amazing poems, as you can see. People were loving them there in the chat. Do you have anything coming up that you'd like to promote or share?
I'll be reading at Get Lit tomorrow night, a new piece for that, because that's what they do there. And I will, you can find me on Instagram or Linktree at Vale Larkin, all one word. So, thank you.
Awesome, cool, very cool. I'm glad you made it. You know, I just saw you were added right on the list. I'm like, all right, perfect, cool. All right. With that said, you hear a voice off in the distance in the background. That is not me. That is our next performer, who is also our designated closer of the night. And we're a little earlier than usual, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. But Dan, are you ready? I hope you are. Say yes. Say yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So without further ado, online open mic crew and community YouTube, let's go ahead and welcome Dan the Man. Take it away, man.
Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, sorry. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make this quick. And if you don't say like Johnny don't say Nick, hold on, let me see if I could. Hold on. Sorry. I'm just trying to turn this camera around. No, crap. Hold on. No, I'm trying to. Well, just a sneak peek. I think I want to show you something. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Month of October right there. Oh wait, that's a month of September. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. There's Jenny Robbins. Oh, there's Lee. Yeah. Oh, there's Tanisha Cower. Never heard of her. Or have I? Oh yeah, God Bless America. It's 9/11. Yeah, there's me. Yeah. All right, that's part three. That's part three of Best of the 2021 slideshow from July to September. So I'm about to upload it, I think tomorrow. So now it will be 4 parts. So it will be a 4-parter. So sometime next week after Christmas, before the New Year's, will be the final. Yeah. Yeah. It will be from October to this month, December. So it'll be after Christmas, before the New Year's Eve. So, all right, guys. And there's one image I'm going to share you. Give me 1 minute. 1 second. 1 minute. Yeah, this is the movie. These are the 2 movies I just saw. It was both directed by Billy Towns. Borderlords 2. Yep. I just saw the first 2. Man, that was unbelievable. Yep. Four. Okay. All right, in the middle. Oh, let me zoom in this one. Here it is. Okay, in the middle right here is Borderlords 3. And yep, it's a continuation, and it's gonna be premiering this coming Thursday at the Plaza Theater, and it's directed by my friend Billy Towns. Yep, so I'm looking forward for Borderlords 3. Yep. And another short film on the right here is AC Gray. Well, I guess you might already know. Well, yeah, so I can't wait for both of the films right there. Borderlord 3 and Macy Gray. Yep, can't wait for this coming Thursday. All right, you guys. Well, I'll see what I can do to close out the year for next Monday before the New Year starts. All right, catch my Best of 2020 slideshow part 3. It'll be uploaded, I think, sometime tomorrow. So just letting you guys know. If you guys missed out on my my first 2-parters that took place in the first 6 months of 2021, guys, check it out. You all are in this one as well. So yeah, that includes you, Richie. That includes you, Kit. That includes you, almost everybody. Yeah. Bye, Terry. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night in 1 minute. Where is it? Hang on. Okay, here it is. Read it and weep it. Okay. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Don't forget the hashtag. All right. Y'all have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Ho, ho, ho. And you should have read, you should have seen the part with Mark Hamill as Joker. Jingle bells, Batman smells, rope and lazy egg. The Batmobile lost her way, and the Joker got away. And then the tree becomes a rocket launcher and makes his escape.
Spoilers,
Hey,
Dan.
baby.
Spoilers.
And one more stupid sleep. Backing out I go, laughing on the wing. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's you, Richie. Merry Christmas, everybody. See you next Monday for the final BWOMS of 2021.
Yes, Dan. Always interesting as always, man. That was, yeah, man. Dan the man took it away.
Thank you.
Took my
Merry
breath
Christmas,
away.
everybody.
Merry Christmas, man. If you guys are watching on YouTube and live in El Paso, join us tomorrow at Mona Bar of Modern Art for our live in-person open mic. I've kind of dialed back from doing a bunch of them. Again, we are keeping monitoring everything going on with the variant, and so we'll do them and just pay attention to safety guidelines and all that, of course. But we're here every Monday, so come through next Monday, last one of the year. I'm gonna end with a cover poem. I do a podcast called Literary with some friends of mine, colleague of mine, who teaches English at EPCC with me. She's awesome, as well as my friend Vanessa, who reads some of her poetry at some of our live open mics. But I'm gonna go ahead and read from a book we're reading this month called Pinata Theory by Chazaro. He's actually out of the West Coast. He teaches creative writing. This one, so I'm gonna read the title track, Pinata Theory, and see what you guys think. Blindfolded, I was given a broomstick and told to hit a moving target. When I swung my dizzy arms, an adult on a chair would pull on a rope to yank the rainbow fluff of goods beyond my reach. Everyone laughed and sang about hitting the cardboard carcass, but I only became more lost. To prove them wrong, I focused harder in the darkness. Consider the violence of living, how breath can be fractured and displaced while walking. Take bones, for example, how they are firm enough for everyday activity but collapse on impact. I fear these injuries, knowing what's beneath. Revelations. Each day is a split in the skull, a bang in the lungs. If I am piñata, then hang me with the strings of coriander and rainbow dust while playing retro surf music and popping party balloons until I am spilling myself and you are reaching to gather whatever part of me is unbroken. Tonight is a cliffside. Everyone is loose and dismembering something might bring us together. We went from smashing Spider-Mans to smashing institutions we can't see, getting our spins and tumbles from tequila and sierras, pretending to be ourselves but never trusting the breaks, a different kind of broken, a slower waking up each morning and becoming more monster, needing a harder sort of destruction. This glue was never meant to hold us together. We were covered in layers of pretty colors, papier-mâché faces, superhero assemblages of warehouse scraps. Beneath RoboCop exteriors, we stomach lollipops, our breakage a celebration. The truth? We were made for beatdowns. Cool collection, Pinata Theory. Maybe I'll try and read a little bit more next time, but I'm working on the last episode of our discussion on the book. Check it out. And for the open mic, again, my name is Rich, the host. If you want to come through next Monday, we'll have the sign up at a much more better time. Next time, so you can sign up. Follow us online if you haven't already. Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. Catch us live if you can, if you're in El Paso or traveling through. Otherwise, we'll see you every Monday online. Stay at home open mic. If you want to donate, there's some info right here. Also, we do have our t-shirts available through rapseminar.com. Check out their online store. They have a lot of really cool merchandise options that you might be interested in. So without further ado, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for the live stream. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. For those who couldn't make it, we hope to see you next time. And